So you just landed a new role as a web developer for a new firm or learning institution, and you find out that the content management system is not WordPress, but Drupal. Well, stick around and I'll show you how to install it. Hey, what's up guys? This is Todd Wilson here with Webmo Dev Studios. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a browser and we're going to navigate to www.drupal.org. Okay, and here we are at the site, and what we want to do here is we want to find where we can download the latest version of Drupal. Of course, they couldn't just say downloads, they'd have to make it all convoluted, but here we go. We try Drupal. It looks like it's going to be what we need, and we click on Drupal core, and here we are at the downloads page. And we want to select Drupal core 8.5.5. And we're going to take the zip, not a tar, because we're working on a Windows machine. And we're going to save it in our desktop. Not that complicated. Okay, and there we are. We have a zip folder which we now need to extract. And we're going to extract all, and we're going to extract it to basically the same location. Okay, and looks like it's been extracted here. Now we want to close that for a moment. Then we're going to open up another tab, and then we're going to navigate to WAMP download, because what we're going to use is WAMP server, which stands for Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. It's a virtual server software that allows us to run a web server on our local machine, test environment, if you will. And we want a 64-bit version of it, because I'm working with a Intel NUC, and of course that's a 64-bit work machine. And here we go. I want to click the green tab here, get the latest version. And we're just going to run it. Well, this is not taking as long as you might think. Pretty good connection, so it should come down pretty quick. going to install WAMP server. We're going to accept the agreement, hit next, next, hit next again, and select install. Okay, now that it's completed, and we don't want it to change any of our default settings, so we're selecting no. I'm going to hit next and finish. Okay, so now we have the latest version of Drupal, and we have the latest version of WAMP, and now we want to navigate to the folder for WAMP and create a new folder, and we're going to label this one Drupal, because what we're going to do is transfer the files from the extracted Drupal to that folder. There we go. So now we're going to hit Control A and select all, then Control C to copy, navigate back to that folder that we just created in the WAMP 64 folder, labeled Drupal, copy everything over, and there you have it. You have everything there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the WAMP program, and we're going to create a username under phpMyAdmin, and the username is root. We're going to leave the password blank, and we need to create a new database for this Drupal installation. And here we're going to create database, and we're just going to name it Drupal. Keep it simple. Going to select create and go to privileges, and as you can see, the root local host has global privileges or full access. So while we're working in a developmental environment, that's okay. But if you're going to work in a production environment, you want to segregate privileges between different users. You can't have everybody having full access to everything. That's, would be a problem. Now we want to find our WAMP folder again, and we're going to take that Drupal folder that we transferred the files, and we're going to cut that out and put it in the www folder, which the Drupal installation is actually going to refer to for any website that we are building. Now we're going to open up a browser and type in localhost/Drupal, and give it a little second here, and then we see the installation for Drupal. It's prompting us to choose a language. Choose your language. English is mine, of course. Then you're going to save and continue. We want a standard installation. Save and continue. And don't worry about these warning signs. This is not a production environment. This is a developmental environment, so we're just going to go to continue anyway, even though we have a few errors. We're going to put in the database name of the database we just created in the phpMyAdmin, And we're going to use the username, as we already know, is root, and we didn't use a password because this is a developmental environment and not a production environment, so it's okay. And we're going to select save and continue, and the installation of Drupal begins. And there you are, we are done 100%. Now it's going to ask us to name this site that we are creating. And right now we're just going to call it the Drupal test site. And this normally would be the email for any notifications from that site. But again, this is not a production environment, so we're just going to put in a dummy email. And we're going to create a username and a password for maintaining this website. Now, when you're dealing with Drupal, you have to be wary not to create a weak password because it won't allow it. So, you know, you want to create something that's alphanumeric, uppercase, lowercase, with symbols, and more than 8 characters. That way you'll know that you'll have a strong password for your site. There you go, see? And you want to confirm that password. You want to select your default country, and of course for me it's the United States. And our default time zone would be New York or East Coast, depending. But New York City is where we're at, and we want to select that. And this endless list of cities. And here we go, it's coming up. Here we are. And we want to check for updates automatically and receive notifications, and then we want to save and continue. And our new website that we have created should open up, and there you are. Welcome to the Drupal test site. And that's how you install Drupal on a local environment. If you like what you saw and got some value from it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Todd Wilson at WebMoDev Studios, and I will see you again. Thanks. Talk to you soon.